Hey guys, hello everyone. Hope you all are fine and healthy. So today we are going to study the most important and very interesting topic of C++, and that is C++ arrays and strings. I hope that you all are following the series of my lecture. So if you are not, then please watch the previous lecture and then you should watch this. So let's dive in the depth of this lecture. Firstly, we will understand what is arrays in C++. So till now, we are storing a single value in a single variable of a particular data type. So suppose if we want to store multiple values in a single variable, then for this purpose, we have arrays in C++. Now the matter comes, how do we declare an array? So to declare an array, define the variable type, that is data type, then the array name, followed by the square brackets, in which you will simply specify how many number of elements you want to store in that particular array, followed by the semicolon. See the syntax here. I have created an array of string data type, then the array name, that is flowers, and in the square brackets I have given 3. That means I want to store the 3 values of string data type in the array named flowers. Since we have created an array, now comes how should we insert values in it. So firstly, let's see how to assign a value. See the example here. I have created an array named flowers, and in this I can store 3 values of string data type. So I have stored 3 flowers name, that is rose, lotus and hibiscus. And if it is of string data type, so it should be under double quotation mark separated by comma and the whole inside the curly braces, then semicolon. So please focus here. See the syntax, how to create an array and how to assign a particular value to it. Similarly, you can create an array of another data type and can store any number of elements of your choice or as per the requirement. Here I have created another array named mynum of int data type and want to store 5 values in it. So I have mentioned 5 inside the square brackets and have stored the 5 value in it, that is 100, 30, 50, 20 and 120, the whole inside the curly braces. But note here that in this case I have not written the values inside the double quotation mark, that you have done or that you have to do only with the case of string and character data types. I hope that till now you all get aware of how to create an array and how to assign a value to it. So now let's see how can we access the particular elements of an array. We can access the array element by simply referring to the index number. So now you all must be wondering what is index number. It is new term for you, for all of you. So first let's see what is index number in an array. So while storing of values in an array, they all stored in a particular index number. Like the first element will be stored in index number 0. The second element will be stored in index number 1, and likewise it will go on. Like in the above example, I have mentioned that a array mynum can hold 5 values. So the 100 is stored in index number 0, 30 in index number 1, 50 in index number 2, 20 in index number 3 and 120 in index number 4. One thing you all should note here is that array indexes always start with 0. Since we are clear with index number, let's see how to access particular element. Here I have mentioned cout, then flowers. Here I have mentioned cout, then flowers. Flowers of 0. Flowers of zeros and 0 in the square brackets, and we got the value as rows. Recall the previous example. See here in the 0th index of this array named flower, the rows has been stored. See, we got the output as rows. And in the second time I have mentioned cout of mynum 1. See the mynum array and refer the index 1. The element stored in index 1 is 30. So we got the output as 30. Now what happened if we want to change an array element? So we can do this simply by referring to the index number of a particular element we want to change. So here I want to change the array element stored in index 0. So this can be simply done by writing the array name with the particular index number and give the value you want to store or you want to replace. Here I have stored the sunflower at the 0th index number of the array named flowers. So the rows will be simply replaced by sunflower. Now let's see that some diagrammatic view and get the clear understanding that how the arrays works. Here I have declared as an array named x of int data type and has stored 6 values, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. See the diagram here. What actually happening is all the elements stored in a particular blocks and get assigned to a particular index value. See, 2 is assigned to index value 0, 4 is assigned to index value 1 and likewise it will go. And how can you access those elements is like if you call x of 1 then the value 4 will get accessed and if you call x of 4 then the value 10 will get accessed. Now what will happen if the array has some empty values in it? Like suppose if the size of the array is n, that means we can store up to n numbers of elements. Now think what will happen if we store less than n number of elements. See, for example, here I have declared an array named x with size 6. That is it can store 6 elements and stored only 3 elements, that is 13, 20, 80. So the main point here is what value the array will store in the remaining places. So in such cases, the compiler assigns some random value to the remaining places. And mostly this random value is simply 0. In this case, 0 has been stored in the empty spaces. See the diagrammatic view. Till here, we have only learned to assign a value to the array. Now, how can we insert a particular value in the to the array, that is how can the user can enter the value of his own choice. So here it is a simple program which shows how to insert and print the array elements. Let us consider the source code here. In this program I have declared the array named x of int data type which can store 10 elements of int data type, then another variable I of int data type, and then I have printed the message enter the array elements. This is for user understanding. Now since we have stored 10 elements, we have to store 10 elements in a single array. For this we will use the for loop here. Here I have declared a for loop which starts with 0 and goes till 10. So for each and every iteration of for loop it will take the input and it will take the input and it will run 10 times. Total of 10 elements will get stored in this array. Now similarly we can print those elements which is stored in the array by using the same concept, but now instead of using the same function inside the loop, use the cout because you have to display the output. Now see the output part and see what the user has entered has got the same as the result. So guys, pause the video and read the program once again and try it by yourself too. Here I have given one another program also, that is reversing the array element. In this what will happen is the reverse order of the element is being printed. Let us understand this program. Till the input part the program is same as the previous one. What you have to do in this just change the condition of the second for loop. See the second for loop here, it has been started with 9 and the value should be greater than or equal to 1, and then the decrement, and then I have decremented that value, and in the body of this loop I just have printed the array element. I hope you all got this. Guys, please try it by yourself too. Do some modification, alter some values, try to solve the errors, then only you will have the clear view about what is happening. Now the next topic is multi-dimensional array. Till now we have studied only one-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array is mostly used in creating matrices, or we can simply say it creates arrays of arrays. For example, here I have mentioned one two-dimensional array named x of int data type. Since it is 2D array, there is two values in a square bracket. The first one is for rows and the second one is for number of columns. It depicts that this array can hold maximum of 6 elements, that is 2 into 3. number of rows into number of columns. See the diagrammatic view. I think now you can draw the clear picture about the representation of this array. See, there is 3 columns and 2 rows. Similarly, we can create 3-dimensional array. In this, you have to give 3 values while initializing the array. See, I have given 3 values, that is 2, 3 and 4. So it can hold maximum of 24 elements, that is 2 into 3 into 4. Now the matter comes that how will you initialize the value to a 2-dimensional array? It can be done in 2 ways, and both the 2 ways are reflecting here clearly. Either you can initialize directly, that is by giving all the elements inside the curly braces separated by commas, or you can do is give an element row wise, that is the second method. Now see the diagram that how the value is particularly assigned to a particular row and column. Basically it goes like, first it will enter in first row. After the completion of the same, it will jump into the second one. Since this is how you will initialize the 2D array, similarly you can do for 3D array also. Either give all the element directly or by specifying a particular row. See, we mainly use 2D array. We don't use 3D array, but for understanding and for you all remember this. So now let's see one example for based on 2D array. Firstly, I have declared a 2D array which will hold total of 6 elements. That is 2 rows are there and 3 columns. Then declare 2 variables for the nested loop, that is I and j. For storing a value in 2D array, we use the nested loops, that is loop inside loops. The first loop is for accessing rows and the second is for accessing column, and then it will take input inside that. See the source code. Similarly, we can display the output. What you have to change is the body of the loop. Just give cout condition instead of cin condition. See, as in this array, there are 2 rows, so the first loop goes till 2, and 3 columns, so the second loop goes till 3. See the output, you will get it clear. So hope you all got this clear. Now we will see C++ arrays and functions. That is how you will pass the arrays as the function argument. See the syntax, the return type of the function, then the function name, then in bracket data type of the array, array name and the size of the array. Then start the body of the function. One example is here. I have declared a function named total of int return type and has passed the array named marks of size 10 of int data type as the argument. So it is very simple. Let's see one example to get it more clear. The function named display is made. The function named display is made here, and the array named m of size 5 is passed as argument. What the function is doing is simply displaying an element that is stored in that array. And in the main function, I have initialized one array named marks and assigns the value in it. Then I have called that function display with passing that array marks as argument. So this array will be assigned to the array which we have mentioned while declaring a function. And the function will display the elements that is stored in the array. See the output part. So now we have completed this topic. We will see one more important topic in this lecture, and that is strings. We can say it is a data type which contains the collection of characters inside the double quotes. See the example here. I have declared a test of string data type and assigned a hello to it. One thing to note here is that for using the string, you must include one additional header file, and that is the string. See the screen I have declared. Now there are some main points which you all must know about the string, and that is, since we know that a string is a collection of character which is terminated by a null character, it is represented by a backslash and 0. Always when you declare a string, it is already terminated by a null character. Now suppose you have declared a string hello. So hello comprises of 5 characters, but here the string will contain 6 characters. One additional is null character. See the example I have mentioned here. So if we follow the rule of array initialization, the way we declare array, then we can declare the string as the same way. See the example here. Let's see how the memory representation of array looks like. All the individual character is assigned to individual index. Actually, we do not have to place the null character at the end of the string constant. In C++, the compiler automatically places the null character at the end of the string. These are some wide range of string. There are some wide range of string function that are inbuilt. Let's see. First is strcpy s1 of s2. What it does, it copies the string s2 into string s1. Second is strcat s1 comma s2. It concatenates string s2 onto the end of the string s1. Third is strlen of s1. It calculates the length of string s1. Fourth is strcmp s1 comma s2. What it does, it compares the length of both the string, that is returns 0 if s1 and s2 are same, less than 0 if s1 is less than 0, and greater than 0 if s1 is greater than s2. And the fifth is strchr s1 comma ch. It returns a pointer to the first occurrence of a character ch in the string s1. The last is str s1 comma s2. It returns a pointer to the first occurrence of string s2 in string s1. These are the function which helps a lot in wide range of our programming. So guys, I'm ending up here. Today's lecture was very important. We got to learn many new things today. Guys, try to solve by yourself. If there is any problem, reach us out. We are always there to help you. Thank you. Stay and stay safe. Bye bye.